to take that off. Ah, welcome everyone. So we have a few seconds officially, but welcome as you're coming in. Just start to make yourself comfortable. I am going to invite you tonight, come into your natural seated position and then switch those legs around. So whichever leg naturally comes in front, switch it around. I forget to do that as often as I should. And then you might find you need to kind of wiggle around, shift around a little bit because it feels a little funny with the opposite leg in front. But use that strange feeling to bring your awareness into your physical body. Take a nice inhale, a nice releasing exhale. Trying to give yourself permission that no matter what is going on in your life, to take these 30 minutes for you to set things aside. Take this time to turn inward and reflect if that's what you need to do. Take this time for a timeout and just put everything up on a high shelf. You don't have to think about it if that's what you need to do. Give this time to you. You can find your breath. Go to your happy place. We call it your inner resource. In yoga is a common term that we use for it. That place, it can be real. For me, I often go to a beach, sit in a hammock under some trees on the edge of the beach, whatever that is for you. It might be a real place. Sometimes it's my grandma's kitchen. It might be just kind of a feeling. You can take this time go within your inner resource, that place that brings you a sense of peace, joy, warmth, not necessarily in a temperature warmth, but a warm feeling. Allow the walls around you just become that space. Let yourself be there. See it. Hear it, feel it, smell, taste. And if the mind wanders away, simply invite it back. Back to your special space. Softening around the eyes. Relaxing through the jaw. Release the shoulders, all the way down to the hands, through the torso, and all the way to the feet. I invite you to bring the palms of your hands together, bringing the fingers, the thumbs to your heart. Taking a moment here in self-love, self-kindness, self-appreciation. Tell your mind, your body, thank you. When you're ready, Bow your chin down towards your chest and flutter your eyes open if they're closed. Pausing, adjust to the light for a moment. You can release the hands and gaze up. Welcome everyone joining us. Let's take our legs and swing them over to the right side. You might like a pillow or a couple of blankets over on the left. We're gonna make our way to deer pose, but take our time getting there, getting some stretches on the way. So starting right hand on the right hip. It's that little in and out twisting of the hip. A little movement for loosening. Pausing, just where it feels right. Awareness comes up to the navel, kind of navel to sternum. A little twisting in and out there for that little movement through the back. That's where you can start to bring the right hand onto the left quad or even out over to the left side. And then maybe you bring the twist a little bit more up above the sternum and look over your left shoulder. And then allow the head to come back into neutral. So you're gazing to the left. We'll start to reach the left arm, or the right arm, the left arm, right arm, left arm. And crawl yourself forward, pull gently onto your hip and allow yourself to lay down, maybe onto that pillow, maybe onto the floor. And then straightening the arms out overhead if that feels good. You might notice it brings a little more stretch through your back left shoulder. Some stretching through your left IT band, outer hip. And a gentle twisting through your torso for an easy massage of your organs. Feel your breath. Invite in stillness. Notice your breath. Relaxing the forehead. The face, the back. Staying there a few more breaths. And then from here, taking your top leg, should be your right leg if you've reached over to the left. We'll take our top right leg and bring it in towards your chest. And then taking your top right hand, reaching for your left top of the foot and gently pulling the heel towards the glute. So you come into like a quad stretch, but laying down. It's a version of cat pulling tail. You might find you roll a little more towards your belly here as you let your right leg just kind of reach out in front of you, almost a 90-degree angle with your torso for support. It's a gentle quad stretch. If you want it a little bit deeper, you can try to lift your quad up off the ground, almost like you're pulling back into, say, dancer, if you were standing. just pull that up a few times and then let it come down and enjoy the rest of it. Relaxation. Bring some opening up through your hip flexors. It crosses right by your hip bone. I'm taking a few more breaths here. You can release the right hand from the left foot and start to kind of bend your right knee, pulling yourself back in. Take your right hand to gently work your way up. Before we come to the other side, we'll come to a forward fold, stretching through the back of the body. Maybe some pillows in your lap. Like, wiggle around. Try to find some equal setting into your sits bones. And walk your hands towards your feet, maybe pulling back on the ball of the feet, maybe using a strap if you like. And then just allow your chin to bow, your head to be relaxed. If you have pillows that you can stack up, you might find that you can just really recline into the pillows. Just looking for that balance between stretching and resting. Right? It's yin and unwind. Looking for a deepest stretch, unless that's what you really want tonight. In that place you can rest, relax, breathe. Just noticing where your thoughts go in these moments of silence. Back to that inner resource, that happy place anytime. And inhale, slowly make your way up. Bring the pillow over to the right side, swing the legs to the left. Starting back from the beginning, left hand on left hip, bring a little movement into it. That spot to pause. We can bring the left hand to the quad or even down to the floor, whatever feels best. So you first start the twist from the navel to the sternum. And bringing that twist a little more to the sternum and upward. Over the back right hand. We just want to be lengthening long in the spine. Try not to be curling in and rounding. Slightly back towards a little more neutral as you start to walk left and right hand forward. Pull onto the right hip to lay yourself down, mostly onto the right side. It's a little between right side and laying on your torso. And reach your hands long. Feel the gentle stretching through the body. The resting. Enjoy the rest. If you're like me, I'll feel guilty sometimes when I'm resting. I'm like, oh, there's something that I'm forgetting to do. I should be doing. Well, right now you can see my yoga teacher said to rest. Following the teacher's directions. No need to feel guilty. Softening around the eyes. Maybe let your lips, your teeth part a little bit, releasing through the jaw. Soften the heart. Be in the stillness, the quiet. Listen for your heartbeat. Can you hear it or feel the rhythm of the heart? It might just be your imagination, but it doesn't matter. Tune into it. Feel it. Pumping that life force through your body. And we'll take the left leg and start to pull the left knee in towards the chest, and then knee can be bent or straight, just kind of reaching the left leg 90 degrees from your body, taking your left arm, hand, reaching for your right foot, pulling the right heel towards your glute, which might just pull you a little bit more onto the torso. Again, you can lift the right quad up off the ground just for a few seconds, a few breaths. Deepen that stretch and then allow the relaxation to happen. Remembering if it doesn't feel good in a posture, you can stay where you were. You can come into child's pose. You can go anywhere that might feel good to you. Let yourself be in the now.
Look at this guy.
And then releasing the right leg. You can use your left arm to either push you up to seated or maybe to just push you over onto your back. Maybe it feels better to you to come through seated and then back down to your back. Bring your knees and hug them into your chest. If you don't like laying on your back, happy baby or child's pose is kind of the same position but opposite of this. This feels good. You can rock side to side. Move your head side to side. From here, we'll come into force stretch, reclining pigeon. So you can take your right ankle over your left quad. You might choose to just place the left foot on the ground and gently press away on your right inner thigh. And you can also do this seated on the floor or in a chair. Or you might choose to hug the left quad in towards the body, interlacing hands around the hamstring or even the shin. Again, maybe shifting around side to side a bit, just pausing where that stretch feels just right to you. We'll check in with your shoulders, your neck, small movement, make sure you're not tensing. Taking in the stillness. Maybe noticing sounds around you that you don't notice all the time. It feels good to roll one or both ankles around or wiggle your toes. You can. I'll slowly release the left leg down, maybe straighten the right leg just a little bit. Oh, I can pull it in for a little short hamstring stretch if that feels good to you. We'll take our time to switch sides there. So bringing left ankle over, right quad, maybe staying here, just gently pressing away on the left inner thigh or Maybe coming into seated or pulling the right leg in towards the chest. Shifting around, finding the just right stretch. Being mindful of this moment, noticing your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, just checking in. Metacognition, thinking about your thinking, noticing what's going on with you. Oftentimes, let's call it noticing your thoughts or listening to your thoughts. As we notice what we're thinking, then we can choose, are we having healthy thoughts? We need to kind of change our thought pattern. Check in with the eyes. Often bring some tension there without realizing it. Let it go. And slowly bring the right foot down to the floor. Maybe straighten up through the left leg briefly. Flex the foot, little hamstring stretch for a few seconds. And then a nice full long body stretch. So the arms one way, the feet the other. And then just let the body release here. So the arms can relax towards the sides. Maybe they're away from the body a little bit. Just allow the legs to relax, the feet to just go whatever direction they go. Bringing your awareness to the back of your body. Notice where your body touches the earth. Feel any spaces between your body and the floor. Around your ankles or around your low back, a place where your body doesn't touch the floor. Notice your breath. Allow the body to just rest right on the edge of consciousness. Call it conscious rest. I invite you to stay here as long as you like. I'll close out the meetings. There's no hurry. Just when you are ready to move, take your time. Try not to get in too big of a hurry. Maybe you just start with a little wiggle with the fingers or the toes. Until you're eventually ready to move more. Om Shanti. Peace.